So Gord, excited to introduce a wider range of homes in this phase, so more affordable price ranges. And here we are on something that's very important in terms of building products or homes that have a shared wall.
Yeah, very interesting. At first, you can imagine code's been all over this from day one, which says, first and foremost, I need fire safety. So all the old party wall that, say an apartment building someone was in, that was all to do with fire resistance. And those walls were typically made out of concrete block because very fire resistant. The problem with concrete block, there's some challenges, right? With noise and maybe odor transmission. So fire safe, but not really what the kind of ideals that you would want to talk about in your houses. So I just wanted to show what I discovered here today and the elements that you're putting in your houses. So this is the shared wall, obviously still under construction, so we've kind of mocked it up a little bit. But if I was to show you the wall, just want to indicate, remember that we talked about fire safety. Well, fire safety drywall is an excellent product from a fire safety perspective. You put on not one, but 2 layers of 5/8 thick, 5/8 of an inch thick drywall on top. That drywall, obviously fire safe. Just behind that, you guys actually put up a Tyvek air barrier because we're worried now about odor transmission as well as sound. So I want to stop the air movement. So I have 2 layers plus the Tyvek. And then we come inside here and we look at not 1, but 2 blankets of insulation. And I was kind of intrigued. I said to Joe, most party walls they do with 2x4, R12, R13 insulation value. In this wall, we don't need this for thermal performance. These are great at stopping thermal energy, but they're also really good at stopping sound energy. But I said, Joe, 2x6, most use 2x4, and he said, we're not fooling around here, We're doing 2x6, so now I'm R22 insulation in this wall. And notice it's 2, the second wall, there's actually 2 walls here and separated by, I need to show you this, separated by an inch air gap. And what's important here is to understand noise travels in at least 4 different ways. First, pretty obvious, is air leakage. You open a window, you hear the noise. You close the window, you don't hear the noise. That's air transported. So we got to make it airtight. You guys are really good at making things airtight. Your air barrier process is going to hit this wall. So you're really airtight with Tyvek. Second type of noise transmission is through vibration. So I want to make sure that I'm separated. I don't want the floor systems attached. That's what that 1-inch air gap is about, to separate the floor system so I don't get that vibration. Then we have the sound through the materials themselves, through the drywall, so on and so on. And you will know there's a couple different kinds of sound, right? There's the low bass sound, boom, boom, boom. And then there's the high squeaky sound, different frequencies. And what's interesting is different materials are better or worse at solving those different frequencies. So you actually want at least 2 different types of materials plus the air gap. So you've really got 4 methods to reduce sound transmission. Got your fire rating, got your air tightness for odor transmission and noise, and now you have that insulation. Now I know you can't promise 0 noise across, but what's been the experience?
What's amazing actually is that people have come in and realized it's not the party wall of years ago, right? We're building this better building envelope, and we're doing it on an individual unit basis, as you say, with aero barrier. And so you've not only got the soundproofing with the triple glazed windows from outside, but you've got amazing soundproofing between places. So what people worry about, they don't want sound transmission and they don't want odor transmission. Right. So by the very tight ceiling that we do here, we all of a sudden have a situation where you don't have to worry about odors or sound between units.
And when you think about it, this is like double exterior wall, right? It's the same amount of insulation you put in exterior walls. And I can tell you the first apartment building my wife and I lived in, they were really good there at cutting the grass early in the morning and so on. We could never hear that as long as we closed the window. What we always heard was the baby next door. We didn't have kids at that time. And what really showed was the exterior walls were actually better than the interior walls. And in your case, you've got a really good exterior wall, and then you kind of doubled up on it. You basically have 2 exterior walls separating people from next door. So I can imagine how your clients are going to feel much better about I'll say the new technology. Fire safe, critical, obviously. Sound, odors, noise. It's going to be really powerful.